Hello, yogis, and welcome to our Tuesday Awaken Kundalini class. So today we are going to focus on moving through darkness. Now, when we think about darkness, it can be moments of uncertainty. We all have moments of uncertainty in our life, moments where we don't necessarily know the next step forward, moments where we feel uncomfortable, moments where we are in the unknown. And those moments can feel dark. Maybe it is the unknown within a relationship. Maybe it's the unknown within a career. Maybe it's the unknown within a circumstance. And so as we move through today's practice, I invite you and I encourage you to keep your eyes closed as you move through these movements. When we can train our mind and our bodies to move in darkness, we can ease that sometimes uncomfortable unknowing. So trust that I will cue the movements. If you need to open your eyes, that's totally okay. But let's set the intention here to find ease of movement with our eyes closed so that we can signal to our nervous system, our heart, and our mind that we can still move forward even in the unknown. So we're going to start our practice with our tuning in as we rub our palms together. Rub those palms together, creating some heat, getting present to your energy. I encourage you here to close down your eyes. And maybe for the next 30 minutes, you keep those eyes closed and you really allow yourself to embrace that inner space. Our opening chant is Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, which means I bow to the wisdom within. I bow to the teacher within. So we'll chant that 3 times after we take 3 deep breaths. Let's plug those thumbs into the sternum. Take a deep inhale as you lengthen from tailbone through the crown and open mouth. Exhale, sigh it out. Take 2 more. Big breath in. Full breath out. 1 more big breath in. Full breath out. And let's chant a big breath in. Om Namo Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Bring the knuckles of the thumbs to the third eye space, the space between the brow, and let's take a moment to bow, bowing to a higher power that has the ability to help us move forward in those dark moments. Knowing that there is growth, there is guidance, there is love, even in the darkness. Let your hands come down onto your knees. Get nice and tall from the tailbone through the crown of the head, keeping the eyes closed. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. And let's connect to our breath, connect to our body. Start to feel the rise and fall of the breath within the body. Feeling into that movement. with the eyes closed. Taking a moment to get comfortable with this darkness. Knowing that even in darkness, there is growth, there is love. We can cultivate faith and trust. Take a few more deep breaths here with the eyes closed in our easy seat. Notice in this moment if there's any discomfort. Notice in this moment if there's any uncertainty. Notice in this moment if there's any heaviness. And know in this moment, as we're here in our practice, you are not alone in your darkness. Let's come into our Siri Om, where we bring the chest forward, rounding the spine forward, and then bring the spine back. Making circles with the chest. Inhale as you come forward, exhale as you round back. Trusting in the movement, the motion of your body, even with your eyes closed. Connect to the breath, move with the breath. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Know that if, as we're here in this moment, in this movement, if the movement changes, maybe there becomes a larger range of motion. Maybe the movement gets smaller. Trust in whatever the movement is in your body, building that trust even with the eyes closed. We'll stay here with this motion for a few more rounds of breath. Allowing ourselves to embrace the darkness, embrace if there's any amount of uncertainty. Now see if keeping your eyes closed, you can change direction of your circles, keeping the breath the same. Inhale as you come forward and exhale as you move back. Inhale as you come forward and exhale as you move back. Trust that you can find a rhythm here, a rhythm that's connected between the breath and the body, a rhythm that is coming from within. Come through center, get nice and tall through the spine. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. We'll take a few rounds of breath in stillness. See if you can keep those eyes closed. Take your right hand, place it over the center of your chest, elbow wide. Left hand over the center of the chest on top of the right. And we're going to inhale as we open the left hand up to the left, close it in. Open right hand out to the right and bend it back in. Inhale as you open, exhale as you bring it in. Link the breath to the movement Again, finding this fluid motion in the body. See if you can keep those eyes closed. And let's focus our gaze, that internal gaze with the eyes closed, on our third eye point, the space between our brows. Seeing through the darkness, even if all you see is darkness with the eyes closed, know that the third eye, that higher self, your intuition, has the ability to lead you forward. Continue moving the arms, clearing out the heart space, connecting the heart space to the third eye as we clear the path forward through the darkness, in the darkness. Keep going. If you need to let the hands come down, see if you can keep that powerful breath moving and imagine the arms opening the way that they were. So connecting to that visualization of the arms moving if you need to take a break with the arms. Let the hands come down onto the knees. Take a deep breath in as you lengthen from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Pause at the top. And open mouth exhale, breathe it out. Again, big breath in. Full breath out. Taking a couple more rounds of breath here in stillness. Moving into shoulder shrugs, where you lift the shoulders up toward the ears and then allow them to fall down away. Add the breath. Inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. Find your pace here. Maybe it's a faster pace, but all you're doing is lifting up on the inhale and lowering with the exhale. I like to imagine with shoulder shrugs that I'm literally admitting I don't know what to do as I lift the shoulders up and allow them to fall away. Admitting that in those moments of darkness, in those moments of uncertainty, I can still be firm and stable in who I am. As I admit, I don't know, lifting the shoulders up, letting them down, lifting the shoulders up, letting them down, linking your breath to your movement. Let's inhale, lift the shoulders up, pause, suspend the breath, suspend and hold as you lift it up. And on your exhale, open mouth, powerful exhale, let those shoulders come down and we'll take a few rounds of deep breath in stillness. Stay tall through the spine. Option to open the eyes or just shift yourself down onto your back. Trust that you know how to get there. Trust that you know how to move. Coming down onto the back. Let the palms flip down by your side as you lift the legs up toward the ceiling. You can flex your toes to your face and keep as much of a bend in the knees as feels right in your body today. With eyes closed, lower one leg to a hover and lift it back up. Lower the other leg to a hover and lift it back up. Add in the breath. Exhale as you lower, inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower, inhale as you lift. Challenging yourself to keep the eyes closed as you lift and lower. Maintain the gaze at the third eye point if that feels right for you. Lifting and lowering, creating strength in the lower part, in the midsection of the body. It takes strength to move through dark times. And when we build up strength in our bodies, we build up strength in our minds. Keep going. I know it's challenging. Keep going. Use the breath to bring energy into the body. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift. Both feet come up. Let the shoulders sink into the floor. Slow and controlled. Use your breath. Slow and controlled. Lower the feet all the way down to the floor. Take a deep breath in as you exhale. Allow the body to sink into the floor, and let's feel into the body. Feel into the breath. Full inhales and exhales here. Keeping the body connected to the floor, let's engage our breath of fire. This is inhales and exhales through the nose, drawing the belly button to the spine, pumping the navel. Keep going. If this is challenging to create, you can stick out your tongue and kind of pant like a dog until you feel that engagement through the belly. And then you can close down your mouth or just keep up with the breath of fire. If that's something you're familiar with, keep going. Keep going with this breath. This is building your core strength, building up that strength through the navel chakra, which is our place of willpower, which is our place of purpose. Build up that strength using your breath. Exhale, let the body relax, come into a more natural or deep belly breath here. Big breath in, full breath out. Big breath in, full breath out. Legs come back up toward the ceiling, and let's bend into the knees and pretend that we're walking on the ceiling. We're walking on the ceiling. So when we come into these moments of uncertainty, when our path forward is uncertain, we can visualize ourselves moving forward through the uncertainty, even if we don't know what it is we're moving towards. This takes faith. This takes trust. Showing up on your mat in times of darkness and uncertainty, you can allow for your yoga practice to be a tool to help you not only to get comfortable in being uncomfortable, in uncertainty, in the unknown, but you can also move the body and find ways forward. Sometimes when we're really stuck, we feel paralyzed. And so when we do this movement, walking forward through darkness, through uncertainty, trusting our path, trusting our steps, we can create a little bit of ease in the mind to trust that whatever comes next will come. Let's start to walk the feet forward along the wall in front of us. Keep pedaling through the legs. See if you can keep those eyes closed. Start to walk the feet down as we come to a hover and keep walking. And then let's walk back up the wall and back up toward the ceiling. Let's do that one more time as we start to walk forward on that wall in front of us, then walking forward as we hover and then walk all the way back up. Draw the knees into the chest as you wrap your hands around the knees and gently rock from side to side. Stay connected to the breath. Draw your head toward your knees, wrapping your hands around your legs, coming into that tiny ball. Give yourself a really tight squeeze, a tight hug. I love you, self. We're going to get through this. Let the back come down, feet come onto the mat, hip width distance apart. Take a moment to windshield wiper out the knees, shifting the knees from right to left. And I encourage you here to really shift over, lifting the opposite hip up, and then shift back, lifting the opposite hip up. As you come from side to side, lift one hip and then the other, finding that full range of motion. This is really good for our lumbar spine, our low back. Quite often when we're in uncertainty, that unknown, it can manifest stiffness in the body, anywhere in the body. And so that makes our yoga practice even more important in those moments. Bring the legs through center. Let's extend those legs out long. Before we come into our final meditation, our final resting pose, let's lift the upper body up. Bring the elbows behind you and let the head tilt back, opening up through the chest. If bringing the hands underneath the shoulders is not accessible, know that you can bring the crown of the head down onto the floor and open through the chest in that way. Let's take a few rounds of deep breath, really breathing into the lungs. Feel that heart space expand. And slow and controlled, let the back come down to the floor. Take your right hand to your left shoulder and your left hand to your right shoulder. Give yourself a squeeze. Take a deep breath in, suspend the breath, engage everything, squeeze everything in, engage the toes, the core, the back, the face. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, let everything unravel into the floor beneath you, coming into that final resting pose, that final meditation. Let the eyes close down and connect to the breath, feeling the inhale expand and the exhale release. Feel into the support of the space beneath you. See if there's anywhere that you can allow the body to release and relax a little bit more into that space. There is a theory that uncertainty, just like certainty, is a human need. And in those moments of challenge, maybe of darkness, that is where we have an opportunity to grow beyond our current experience, beyond our current comfort zone, beyond our current reality. And so in those moments of uncertainty, of unknown, of darkness, of not knowing the path forward, not knowing the path through, we can assure ourselves that we will get through, that we are strong, that we can persevere. And that we're not alone. Sometimes being in dark places can feel like a very lonely place. I choose to believe I'm never truly alone because I always have this higher source looking out for me, loving me, encouraging me. Let's take 3 rounds of deep breath here. See if you can keep your eyes closed as you press yourself up into a seated position. Let yourself move through that darkness with the eyes closed. Trust that you can make your way back into your easy seat, keeping the eyes closed, pressing the palms together at heart center, tucking your chin to your chest. Taking a moment in gratitude and appreciation to your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual self. Taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up for this practice. Take a moment to be okay in the darkness. Know that through this practice, we have trained our mind, our nervous system, our emotions, that we can move through the darkness, that we can build strength in times of uncertainty and unknown. We'll close out today's practice with the long time sun blessing and one long Satnam. Satnam translates to truth is my essence. I am one with truth. Take a deep breath in. May the longtime sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Take a deep breath in. Sat Nam. Bowing to close today's practice. Feel free to gently flutter the eyes open. Thank you so much for being here, for showing up for you, for showing up for me. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice, if this is something that you feel can really serve you or serve someone that you love, feel free to subscribe, like, share. Please leave a comment. I love reading your comments. I love hearing from you. Until we meet again, may your light be your guide forward, even and especially in the darkness.